Welcome to Top Hill Recording podcast where we ask a band, an artist, a singer, songwriter, what have you, to come in, give us 4 originals. We talk about them. We talk about where we're going, where we've been, all those things. And tonight we have one of those guests that as soon as we lined this up, I was so excited to have Davey and Corey back. This time we got the mics as well. So big time excited to have again at the podcast, Davey and The Midnights.
And 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. If I could get a job working as a maid, writing people tickets all damn day, I wanna do it. I'll find another way. Wanna let myself be that. I'd work in the back of a dirty old house, washing people's dishes and arguing with the mouse. Work twice as hard to get half the pay, to never have to be a meter maid, to never have to be a meter maid. I'd work for summer in a factory fire, break my back, wanna change my desires, run up ladders on my days, to never have to be a meter maid, to never have to be a meter maid. I could get a job in the great north woods, chopping down trees and tearing up the earth. I know a gig that'll always get me paid, but I never wanna be a meter maid. I never wanna be a meter maid. I'd work for summer in a factory fire, break my back, wanna change my desires, run up ladders on my days, to never have to be a meter maid, to never have to be a meter maid. Hey. I'd rather come home sore in the knees, worried about money, mouths I gotta feed, and to take that check signed by the man for robbing from my neighbors and stealing from the land. I saw the face, my blood ran cold. Where did she come from? I gotta know. My legs are weak, my head grows hazy. She's such a rebel, she's such a rebel. I have a heart made for loving, it brings me pain, I don't care. You find out if you let me. You're such a rebel, you're such a rebel. A rebel every day, a rebel every day. outside of death, I saw the light, and I hit the floor. It brings me pain, and I kinda like it. She's such a rebel, she's such a rebel, a rebel every day, a rebel every day. A rebel every day. She's such a rebel, every day. She's such a rebel, every day, every day, every way. She's such a rebel, she's such a rebel. Every single, every single, every single, every single, every single, every single, every single day.
Yeah, man.
One, two, buckle your shoe.
I've got to go, I gotta fly, I gotta leave this old town high. I've got to say, won't you fare me well, oh my baby, wish me to hell. Bring on fortune, bring on fame. I drink a little whiskey, I begin to lean. Oh, Whiskey River, come and ease my pain as I walk down into the flames. I've got to go, I've got to fly, I've got to leave this old time high. I've got to say, won't you fare me well, oh my baby, wish me to hell. Won't you bring on pain? I drink a little whiskey, I begin to lean. Oh, Whiskey River, come and ease my pain as I walk down into the flames. I've got to go, I've got to fly, I've got to leave this old town high. I've got to say, won't you fare me well? Oh, my baby, wish me, I know she wish me, my baby wish me to hell. Some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to a land where joy shall never end. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away.
Want and dude and want to.
I think you already know this segment about to rock and roll. Man, I think that's a trip. Whoa, maybe they ran out of steam, wrote the tracks but kept it clean. I think you know what I mean. Whoa, whoa, I think you already know how it's gonna go. I think you already know how it's gonna go. Come on, telephone wires, wrap me up with your desire. I think we'd make a good team. Whoa, whoa, I think you already know how it's gonna go. I think you already know how it's gonna go. Oh no, I think you already know this segment about to rock and roll. Man, I think that's a trip. Whoa, whoa, I think you already know how it's gonna go. I think you already know how it's gonna go. sheep down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my soul to sleep down by the riverside and study. Oh, no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Back to the fire. Ain't gonna study war no more.
How you fellas doing?
Good. Thanks for having us.
What's up?
I know Earl has said it that you guys were killer, but seriously, this was one of those. When we booked it, I was totally excited because you guys, when you all came in the first time, it was totally memorable for me. I mean, you know, this is, I believe, episode 249, so we're getting up there. And we've had, you know, a lot of things happen in between, but there are some acts that stand out, and you guys absolutely stood out with me just because you're so energetic. The music is so, like, close to my heart. And then I was really, really excited when you had the full band pulled up. I came in real quick and told Spencer, I said, Spencer, I'm not sure if, you know, I just saw you guys in the front. I didn't even look in the back. I thought, man, they didn't need help with anything coming in. They probably just have, you know, Dave and Corey, it's going to be cool. And then the mics popped out, man. It was amazing. So it's super, super amazing to add the full mix because, man, it was just so, you guys are so connected when you play. It's very, very enjoyable on my end. I was looking around at all, you know, everybody here. And they were all the same. Everybody was just into it, smiles. And I think your music has a way of doing that, but I think a lot of that had to do with the way you all connect when you all are playing is super, super cool. That's a lot of stuff, but how y'all doing?
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's a high compliment.
Thanks for saying so.
Yeah. Thank you.
So what's been going on? I mean, you know, it's been probably, I wanted to look it up, but I'm a bad podcast host. And didn't go back to see what actual number it was when you were here. But it's been it's been a couple of years since you were in.
Yeah.
Last time I do believe it was at the other studio right down the road in the second floor and all that stuff. So, you know, you've released a couple albums. You had a live album. You had unconventional Midwestern country music album. So fill us in, man. Y'all have had a ton of stuff going on. Tell us a little bit about, you know, Catch Up.
Yeah, well, I don't think we even knew this Mike at the time, Mike Wilson, guitarist, and from Kokomo, Indiana, and we added him to the crew. And I think it was COVID times. I don't think we were touring or doing anything because it was shut down.
Okay.
Like,
Man, it's been that long.
It's been that long, yeah. It was still COVID times, or late COVID times.
Probably, I would say so, yeah.
It was still 2020 or 2021. 2021. We've been on the road. We've been to Europe since then. First time in Europe. And what else?
Yeah, we put out a couple of records.
Most recently, a live record.
Live in Indiana.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. It's like all the tunes, number one, are so, they vary. And then there's so much in those tunes that have so much other intertwined styles of music. And it just jumps and it's back. And for, you know, people that have I don't know how many people, this would be very few number of people that have only seen you on this podcast wouldn't understand that you're, I think a piano player first, and then come in and play trombone player first. But to come in and play how you play and then connect with Mike the way you guys are able to do that, man. It's very, very unique. Not only the talent, but the ability to create songs that are just so dynamic.
Super dynamic. One of my favorite things to do when bands come on is just look at the sound waves on the computer to see kind of what we're hearing. And to look at them is crazy, man. Like they start small, they get big, they go back. And it sounds that way in the room. And kind of to go off what Neil was saying, man, like there's something about you all where it's very obvious that you're well rehearsed, but it all feels so natural, man. Like it's grooving, it's cool. And I told you kind of off the podcast, there's a lot of bands that come on here. They're all really good, but some of them like really connect to what I want to hear. And today was like that. And when I heard you all this afternoon, I always try to check out the bands before they come on. I checked out your Instagram. As soon as I heard you playing them keys, I'm like, oh, this is about to be awesome. Then I checked out the studio stuff and the live stuff all day at work, and it's awesome, man. You all rock.
Thanks,
It's just right up my alley. So very glad to have you here. It's been about like a month since we've done this, and so this is a good first one back for sure, man. You all killed it. Very, very.
Thanks. We don't
very
rehearse,
tight.
by the way.
Well,
really,
but
rehearse by playing all the time.
We do, but we don't rehearse like it's there's no dress rehearsal in life or whatever they say. But we if we rehearse, it's in the moment. Like I think we rehearsed a little bit tonight. I really feel that way.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Well, I mean, it's all built around. This is a listening band, and so. Our rehearsal is performing in the room, and your room sounds nice, and so we all adapt to that, and that's the product you get is the environment and running with it. So that just comes with playing together for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mike and I have played together for 25 years.
Oh wow, okay. What about you and Corey?
Corey came on in 2017. We met him out in L.A.
Okay, yeah, because I was listening, I think it's the live album, where there's just some very intricate dancing going on between what the bass is doing and what you're doing and what everything else is going on, man. It's just so it's so enjoyable to hear the language that you all speak when you're playing music, especially like that live album when you're talking about how that live album, if a band can pull it off, and it's hard to do, and pull off a live record that makes you kind of get the feel of what it is in the room, which I think you guys nailed because of that. It's
what you said, you're a listening band. That's what I was, when the whole time you all were playing, I was like, these fellas, like, they're listening to what's going on, and it's a hard thing to do. Like, I play in a band, we don't always listen. It's like, we just playing. Yeah. But you all really, like, you're dialed in. It's very tight. It's very cool. I wasn't when you said you all have been to Europe, I was like, oh, you all would. I mean, you're the kind of band I feel like they like over there, man. Mm-hmm. Like, just rock and roll. It's kind of like Southern soul country. Like, I don't know what you all like. What are some influences you all have? I've read some on your all's Spotify, but like what is the band?
It's very eclectic. You're right. It's a little bit of everything, and I think, but. Giving an opportunity for everyone to have a voice is important, and so it's constantly changing. And so in my head, it's what I was doing 10 years ago, and it's not. And I think we're more psychedelic and can expand the sound more since Mike on guitar has joined. It's another voice that adds to the sound and expands it, and it's constantly changing.
I tell you what, man, Mike, what you do on the guitar is so beautiful.
Yeah, some tasty licks.
Tasteful.
Thanks.
So intricate, but not overshadowed. It so fits and just like sprinkles the flavor on everything else that's going on in the perfect way, man.
I appreciate that.
It's so beautiful.
These guys were so good as a three-piece that they didn't need a guitar player, really, I don't think. And so we were practicing for another project that they were going to do and include me that wasn't this band. And but I wanted to be in this band pretty bad. So I practiced to a live set they did in Nashville. And the whole approach, you guys were talking about how everybody listens to each other and the chemistry. I think it's all percussion. I think the keys are percussion, obviously the drums, the bass. I think it's all rhythm. So when I was trying to how can I make this situation better, not step on it? How can I add something to it without stepping on it? My approach has been percussion, like a horn player, to get in there and do a stab. And so hopefully that's what's happening. But
I think that approach...
Yeah, you nailed it.
You nailed it.
You got it, man.
I think otherwise, a lot of guitar players come in like, I'm going to play all the notes so they know how good I am. Yeah. And you can obviously do that, but man, what you don't play makes you so fit all these other pieces that are just melding together to make, like I said, a very, very memorable sound and experience from the first time to this time. It just totally carried over.
And great tone too. Sometimes in this, like we're in a little room and it's not real loud, and so and sometimes it is like you can lose a little tone when you're playing quiet. But your tone was great. Like everything about your band is like, to me, is what music should be, man. Like it really is. It's so cool. It just like you've gained a fan. As soon as I flipped you all on today, I'm like, I'm gonna check out this band again. I know you all are playing a Honky Tonk Tuesday with Tyler Lance, Walker Gill coming up. I'll be there.
February 18th.
I'll be there.
Right.
Yeah, I'll definitely be there. I'm excited too to see y'all get a little loud too. So
it's different.
Yeah,
every single time we never have a set list. We never know what we're gonna do. It's always different.
That's why we have to listen. We've played these songs hundreds of times. And not once is it ever the same. And that's what's exciting, because like when you get comfortable with that, being okay with it not being the same, that's why it sounds fresh every time.
It's a trust. You got to be trust.
The room, the people are all changing our influence. So that's why we do that.
It's I hear a lot about jazz being free form, which it totally but what you guys, I think, are adding to what you do is that type of interpretation of music is you just go wherever you're going to go. You don't worry about, here's the song. We know the chords. We know how it goes. If we're going to do stops this time or like keep rolling through or whatever. It just takes from the dynamics and everything else that really I just enjoy about what you guys do. So, we really, really gushed about you a lot.
Yeah,
enough about us. What about
you? We got new cameras. All right, yeah. Now, this is 249 is a big deal for us this episode because we have a bunch of major upgrades in the studio. We've got 3 new cameras. We're ceiling mounted. Hello up there. Kind of switched things around. That we finally got the studio dog under control. So, exciting times over here at our place, but. That is, we're done for a while. So that's as exciting as it gets for us. So now the important question is, we've had this album in 2023. We've had the live record. Where are we at, fellas? What are we thinking about? What's the next thing going to be? We're always thinking about the next thing here. Sitting in where we're at's great because we love what we're doing and we love where you guys are because, my God, like I said, it sounds amazing. But what's going on with you? Are you all writing, recording? Where you at?
We were just talking about on the way here. Yeah, we recorded a new one. I think 10 songs, 11 songs, 13 songs, 1,520. I can't remember. We did it, and we've been sitting on it through the winter, and we're getting ready to finish it. And it's a new record, no title. Mind Your Own Business is the tentative title.
Ooh, I like it. I hope that doesn't mean stop asking questions about this record.
No. It's fun. I hadn't listened to it. I mean, we recorded it in
months ago.
St. Patty's Day.
No, it wasn't that. No way.
Oh, yeah.
No,
might have been before that.
No,
it was St. Patty's Day weekend.
24.
It
Remember
was
St. Patty's Day
summer
was
2024.
Oh, so
summer 2020. The end.
So
of
it's been
August.
recorded the bones of it since then?
Yeah, since then. Yeah, we've been sitting on it. Like the live record wasn't even a thought.
What?
And then it was kind of sitting for so long. We were like, oh, let's just do the live thing.
We didn't even know that show was getting recorded.
Yeah. That's I think
that's true.
My opinion is that's why that show came out so well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it could have, but we just didn't even know it was being recorded.
I don't think it would have changed the outcome, but it was just it was a pleasant surprise because our friends recorded that show that we were on the bill with, and they sent it along a couple months later.
Usually when you get a live recording of something you've
Where
done.
was that at? Where was that recorded?
Indianapolis. Yeah.
Mousetrap.
Mousetrap.
You give them the love.
Mousetrap.
Mike Quattro.
But usually when somebody gives you something back that they pulled off the soundboard, it's fine, but it doesn't sound, and this guy, he's a guitar player for another local band that Davey plays in sometimes. He just put a lot of care into the mixing. I mean, he just went above and beyond. And I know the first time I heard it, I was just like, I didn't want to blow up the band chat, but I was like,
but
man,
you did.
Well, we have. I was like, we have to release this because it was I didn't want it to be just something that we only heard and then our friends couldn't hear.
And it took the pressure off of what we had recorded in the summertime. We were kind of sitting on it okay, we know we have to do the hand claps and the background vocals, and it's just can we cuss on this show?
Yeah,
it's
please.
a fucking hassle to do all the nitty gritty, And so we're like, oh, this live album is so good, we should put that out. It's
already
instead.
done, yeah.
And so now we got the other. Go back to your original question. We're sitting on it's ready almost. And we'll probably just do another live record before we actually put it out.
But man, that's the beauty of
and it's coming out on vinyl too. So
that's
pretty special.
The live record is?
This is the official announcement whenever this comes out.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
We've got to get one of those. Top Hill Recording. We got to get one of those up here. Look, I'll put it right back there. All right. Dude, I think that's the beauty of the live record. You don't have to go back and do shit. You're done. And once it's smoothed out and you get settled with the levels and all the post stuff, you don't have to worry about the claps and the oohs and the ahs and the bullshit that keeps you from going, we should record this.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. What do you think, Earl?
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. And too, just to again, talk about how good y'all fucking are. The backing vocals are killer, man. And so, and then it comes across too on the live stuff. I have a live EP that came out and it was a similar thing where right before the show, they're like, oh, we're going to record tonight for the first time ever. And I'm like, oh, that's going to sound like shit. They've never done it before. So I just didn't even tell my band. And afterwards, I was like, some of these songs are all right. I'll put out EP. But the
awesome. Sound
of your all's stuff, it is dialed in. It sounds like it. I mean, it could be in the studio, live. It is whoever that night did take a lot of care to make sure that it sounded very, very good.
Tom Keith Farber. Do you know what it is?
Keith Faber. But
Faber.
There we go.
His dad was in this band called the Jokers. They're a very underground. Dickie Betts was in the band.
No shit.
And his dad was in this band, and he's a student of the Slide. Tom, who did the mixing for our.
There's a video of him playing with the Allman Brothers.
Yeah, whenever the Allman Brothers would come to town, Tom would be playing with them. Tom recently posted a photo of him in a hotel room in '79 with Dickie Betts, both of them playing guitars when he was a kid.
That's crazy.
And he mixed the live record.
Yeah, I'm a very big jam band nerd. And so it's funny that you said Tom's name because I knew that he lived somewhere in the area. I just didn't really know exactly. Because I'm a huge Derek Trucks fan as well. And, Grateful Dead and all that stuff. And I dove really deep into the history. And on that, I got a question for you guys. With your all's live recordings, kind of how the Grateful Dead did their live recordings to where it was just kind of a spontaneous mixture a lot of the time of the mixtapes and things of that nature. Have you all ever thought of like having different songs from different shows and putting it all together on one album?
This is a Corey question because he's the archivist in the band. And I think he's done this actually.
Yeah.
We did release
Yeah, there was a
it.
CD. Yeah.
Yeah, I gave it to Chad to make tapes, like bootleg tapes of. But I think it was our tour in the summer of 2021. I think it was just the three of us. And I just from my iPhone recorded everything and then took another like 18 months to like listen to everything and find the best version of that one and the best and then put together. And then I've, separated into like covers and originals. And it's just like, there's some really cool stuff in that. But I don't know that that's the same. It's just kind of like one phone's recording. But
because each show is different. And kind of the same thing with Dead White. That's the attraction, I think, is that you don't know what you're going to get on a particular night. It's going to be different.
Not only that, dude, the quality sometimes that you can get with that stinking iPhone recording is amazing.
It's stupid silly.
It's like, what? What? I paid $33 a month for this for 27,000 months. But
I've thrown my phone underneath my floor tom just to for a reference because I knew we were going to do something new or something. And then I started listening to it after the show and I'm like, oh my God. You can't even hear the floor tom. You can hear everything else very well. It's just surprising.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But it's great for referencing and listening back to moments that you do so many things so many times through a week on tour or whatever. Like, oh, we got to remember to do that cool thing again.
Yeah. Yeah, like riding in the car the next day and putting on the voice memo from the show the night before is such a fun tool. And I don't like to do it all the time. It can be annoying or...
There's too much hi-hat. I'm like, turn it off.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
But it's a good tool.
I can imagine, are there sometimes where you all catch a moment the next day you're riding in the car on to the next gig and you're all just like, dude, that was crazy. Let's listen to that again when it hits. Just, holy shit, that's a new thing.
Totally.
I think some of my favorites are when we meet someone in a town and they sit in with us, and you're listening back to like, oh, that was a cool thing, because they don't know your stuff most of the time and they're playing along, but then there's some, always some good licks in there.
It's a new conversation.
Yeah, we're a very open band to having people sit in with us.
That's pretty awesome because especially with the way you guys are, the way you guys connect and communicate, having somebody else throw the way they speak into that and their flavors, especially if they're not normally in that circle, but they're a good player and they can also listen. Key word that Earl was talking about earlier. If they could sit and listen, do the same thing, and then just add stuff that's totally different than what
we
you all
seem to
do.
attract spoon players.
Yeah.
Players.
Yeah.
There's
an abnormal amount of spoon players have sat in with us.
Same spooning.
If it's
Spoonie,
two,
Mr.
it's an
Spoon.
abnormal amount of spoon players that have sat in with you. Is it more than two?
It always goes well,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
It goes
always
super well.
It always goes well.
Yeah, because
Then
if
I
you're going
bring
to
out
bring
my spoon.
That's
to the show,
Yeah.
you already know what you're doing.
You're badass, dude. There's that one chick in in Eastern Kentucky
the
or
spoon
Virginia.
lady?
Yeah, the spoon lady.
Yes,
Have you all
yeah,
played
yeah.
with her?
No,
We probably will.
We know her
Oh.
videos, though.
Her video,
I
she's
think my knees
amazing.
would buckle before I got too close to her.
No kidding, dude.
Oh,
I would
she's-
be like,
We
She's
played
so-
the Spoon
she knows
Man.
what she's
We've
doing.
never
She's
played with the
Yeah,
Spoon
we
Lady.
played Spoon Man.
she might be a step ahead of the spoon man
I
because
know, 2 steps, no doubt.
2 steps, no teeth, but 2 steps. I apologize.
No, she looks. My family's from Tazewell, Tennessee,
Okay.
and she looks like she could be my grandmother's sister,
We're-
or
dude,
that's.
We're in Fairfield, Kentucky, buddy. I don't know what I'm talking. I'm not above it. I'm not above some dentures or no teeth, as a matter of fact. But
2 generations removed from Kentucky.
I think it's a genetic thing from the area.
I got
for
love
real
it.
though.
100%.
I can't remember what it's called.
That's got to be 100%. I agree with that.
Moonshine, yeah.
It's the moonshine.
My grandma ran moonshine at the age of 12,
What?
barefoot. Yeah,
What?
she was the 9 out of 10 sisters.
All right, so this is a story we've been waiting to get to. All the other stuff is cool, but let's talk about your grandma.
That's all she told me. That's
it?
Like, Grandma Betty, that's where you're going to stop. She goes, yeah. And then we went back to talking about, what was on Jeopardy.
Oh my gosh, man! That's what is Grandma is a moonshiner.
Yeah. Well, getting family history from her was like pulling tooth. So
I see what you did there. Back around to the spoon lady. All right. Well, I did tell you before we got here into the podcast that Brad is no longer with us as far as living in this state. He's still doing all the... Every time I say that, it sounds like Brad's dead.
Yeah, I got worried.
Brad is not dead.
No longer. Yeah, he does it every time. He's no longer with us.
He's no longer with us.
He pauses. Everyone's like, oh, shit.
I'm like...
like, no, he's fine.
It's because I dropped my worry stone. This is my new thing. I got a worry stone. So all right. Brad no longer lives in Louisville, so he used to have questions. We do Weston's questions with my kiddo and Spencer over there because it breaks up my stupidity. What you got, kid?
The first question Brad has for you all is, you're trapped in a room with one instrument for the rest of your life. What instrument are you picking and how would you make it your best friend?
Is this the four of us?
Everybody.
In a room?
Now, individual,
okay.
Let's assume.
Okay. Yeah, heaven forbid.
Heaven forbid
Anybody else would be trapped in a room with me.
Wait, do we all have to decide on the one?
Yeah.
Together?
Like you pick your own,
I'll go first.
All right.
destiny here.
I would say piano, but if I'm stuck there forever, I want a guitar so I can move to different points of the room.
Oh.
And piano would
Totally makes sense. Or what if you could do a keyboard? But what if you didn't have electricity?
No, yeah, I don't like playing keyboards.
I don't like
because you
keyboards.
can't. They don't reverberate. I have to because that's what I can take with me.
It's not the same.
But it's not the same as having an instrument that you can. I noticed that tonight playing the guitar on me, like feeling it was so different.
You can feel tone. You can feel if it's in tune. You can feel so much more.
Yeah. Feel it from my head to my toe to my teeth.
Yeah. Tooth. No, sorry. To my tooth.
Hey, I've got most of them.
Me too, man. I've got all kinds of caps.
I'm missing a couple.
Corey? Bass?
No, I think I'd have to go piano. I'd have to choose a piano and I would make it my best friend with my fingers.
Yeah, I think that question could have been better, Brad, by the way. But Mike, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, it'd probably just be guitar. I feel like there's just so much that you need 5 lifetimes to learn all the stuff that I want to learn. So I just stick with guitar and keep trying to get better at that.
Mike, you have to pick which drum you want. Would you like a tom? Would you like a snare or bass drum?
As much as I love all those options, they have a very limited course of conversation. So I would go to my roots too, and much like these guys, and get something melodic, like a 5 1/3 octave marimba with as many mallets, like an infinite amount of mallets, because they don't always last forever. And, it's like piano.
Mike's state champion. Marimba
state
player.
champ?
Yeah. Up in that high school I went to.
What state?
Percussion ensemble. We did some state stuff up there in Indiana.
Indiana state champ?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I got the medal to show you later.
Hell yeah, bro.
But I was a percussionist through and through in middle school and high school. So if I had to be stuck with something, I can be percussive and melodic. And that's what I like about that instrument. So I'd pick a really nice marimba I can't afford.
Hell yeah.
Put it in a room with me.
Hopefully you're stuck on an island, not in a room. It would be badass to be on a beach with one of those.
Would be even better, yeah. Something with wheels, I can wheel it around. It'd be great.
Ooh.
How'd you make it your friend?
I gave it wheels. Take a friend to the beach. Take a stranger to the beach, you make a friend. It's not the same.
All right, I hope we got a better one than that. What we got?
We got,
Sorry, Brad.
if you could time travel and hear one piece of music performed live in history, what performance are you witnessing and why is that the one that you're choosing?
I dig that.
Man, I've got one
I got
right
one
away.
Everybody answers this, by the way.
I've got this one right away.
I'll go second.
So the day after Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band came out, Jimi Hendrix played the title track live. Somehow they learned it in like 12 hours or whatever, and they played it, I think, one time. So I'd go be front row for that.
That's a great one.
My answer does not match that, but just personally, witnessing anything that Beethoven had written and had been performed of that time, anything in the classical era, trying to wrap my head around that music, because it hit me as a child when I was learning piano. Classical music just like hit me, and it's still, I can't.
How people listen to it.
My brain has gotten smaller trying to comprehend it, but that'd be so cool to try to grasp listening to that so long ago and how it's still relevant. Yeah, that's all I got.
Too, to see the crowd, like to actually imagine, like to
that had to been stunning.
See the crowd.
Yeah, we're still playing that stuff.
Yeah,
we're still playing the hits.
Yeah, Beethoven used to be, like.
Yeah, any of those composers. Yeah,
any of the big guys.
I might choose the Rite of Spring, the Stravinsky's Rite of Spring opening. It was supposed to be all controversial, and I think I would want to be there to find out why it was. So,
my educated brother right there. He took a dive deeper. I like it.
Closing of the Fillmore East. Supposedly, they went till someone opened the door at a certain point. They realized the sun was coming in, and it had gone all night long. Yeah, closing of the Fillmore East.
Yeah, they served breakfast.
Served breakfast?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
That's a tough question. All right, Jay, what do you got? What would you, wait, we're all answering this one. Do you have one you'd like to go to? Spencer
A
has.
spot here.
All right, Spencer, did you thought about it?
That's a really hard question, but I would, just in this moment, I would probably have to say James Brown, whenever with the JBs, the original JBs.
Yeah.
Whenever they came out in LA and they played at Dodger Stadium. That's what I would pick.
What about you? You got one?
I mean, the first thing that popped in my mind, it would be like CCR at Woodstock. But just my jam. I feel like I would drop a tab and just be I'd just be there. And like I'd be one of like the two people that died. I would have too much fun at Woodstock, but that was the first thing that popped in my head.
I think I would do Queen at Live Aid, just to feel what that place felt like. Because holy shit, man, just the video of it makes your hair stand on your on end. All right, number 3, what you got, kid?
If your music had to be paired with a food, what would it be? Is it a gourmet meal, fast food, something completely unexpected?
What?
Yeah.
Donkey chili.
Yeah, donkey chili.
Donkey chili.
Unexpected donkey chili.
It's only donkey chili. It's a $5 donkey chili, and it comes with a free beer. Next.
And depending on what country you're in, it's either like $5 or $250.
Yeah.
It just depends.
It's $250 in this room, man. No doubt about it. It's the expensive donkey chili.
Those were the new bread.
Wow, that was some new bread questions.
Well,
Thanks,
Brad needs
Brad.
some new
New Brad, my
Sorry
goodness.
you're not with us,
Love
Brad.
you, Brad.
I do like the
Rest
donkey
in peace,
chili.
Brad.
Yeah. I know.
R.I.P. Brad.
That's what I would have said chili dog. So.
Chili dog?
Yeah.
I would say,
I got on chili dog.
I don't know, man. You guys are excellent. You are my favorite restaurant, I think. Right now, it's Chicken Me down on Millwood Avenue.
Oh,
You should check that place out, by the way.
Yeah, that's a great spot.
If they would sponsor this podcast with like once a month free meal, it'd be worth it.
Is that down by the Melwood Tavern?
It's right across the street, dude. It's amazing.
Okay.
It is my favorite spot. Get the Brussels sprouts for the app. Get the chicken ramen noodle. I'm putting this on the internet. God bless.
They need to sponsor you.
I'm telling you, man.
Is
It
this,
is
is
so
this stuff
good.
going on the internet?
It's on the World Wide Web, y'all.
Google's here it come. All right.
All right. So no pressure on this next question because I think it's kind of the live album question we avoid. But what's next? When's this record gonna come out, man? You're sitting on these songs. You all got this thing.
I mean,
do we got some more oohs and ahs and claps? What do we got to do?
We're gonna have some more dates in Europe in the summertime, and
awesome.
ideally it'll come out. For some reason, I think it's like has to do with the the state sponsorship of gigs. They like you to have a new record if you traveled overseas, like something to promote.
Hell yeah.
So ideally, it'll come out before we're there in June. Ideally.
You know how good that is here. No press, but ideally, that sounds like a damn good idea.
Yeah. We got what? 5 months still? Yeah.
What
it's gonna
month is
happen,
this? Yeah,
for sure. Lots of time. That's what I said when we recorded it last August. We got so much time. There's no need to rush.
We'll get there eventually. It'll be out in no time. Yeah,
We'll
man.
forget these songs. It'll be brand new again. No rush.
No rush. Yeah,
So-
we play them completely differently now.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
So, you got February 18th, you got the Honky Tonk Talking with Tyler Lance Walker Gill, a friend of ours. We love Tyler Lance Walker Gill around here. You got a few other shows lined up for a couple in Indy.
We should promote Dukes. Yeah.
Oh, Dukes. I want to go to
February
Dukes so bad.
28th. Yeah.
28th?
February
Okay.
28th. Yeah, 10 days after the Whirling Tiger for Honky Talkin'.
Honky talking.
Honky Talking.
Sorry. Talking. Honky Talkin'. It doesn't work the same way, huh? Yeah, we'll all be at Dukes in Indianapolis.
Who are you playing with?
The Indy Annies.
Cool. I was actually supposed to do it. They were coming down here at one point. I was going to do a show with them, and it fell through or something. But yeah, I might. I've been meaning to go to Dukes forever. I might have to pop up and catch that show.
Come on, get up on the last song. We're just gonna sing "Going Down the Road Feeling Bad." You're welcome, Earl, to jump up on stage and sing it with us.
All right.
Now you gotta go, bro.
Yeah, now I know. Now I do.
Yeah.
Gotta go,
if you
my
want.
man.
No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure.
What
We'll give you a free koozie too.
Yeah, free
Wait.
koozie.
Oh, well, then
Free
I'm there.
koozie, dude.
Buy what's the beer they drink there? It's Texas beer.
Was like a Lone Star.
Lone Star.
Yeah.
They have a refrigerator on the stage for the bands. I think
It's full Lone Star.
It's kind of cool.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn,
That's
I got to book a
classy.
show at Dukes.
That's class ass shit. Yeah.
Did to it.
I feel like we need a refrigerator down here.
We
now.
did, yeah, now we do. We get a mini fridge, stuff it full of.
Oh yeah, we got one in the garage. We're gonna bring it in. We're moving on up, y'all. We're not done with our upgrades. I just want to let you know y'all just helped us out. All right, so for all our people that want to follow you, find this next record that's going to be out before.
Hopefully,
about the time of this
I want to
tour.
hear the live at Top Hill EP come out on
Yeah,
Spotify too,
come
because you all
on.
fucking rock
Hell
tonight.
yeah.
So
Then you'll be coming true to your another live album before that record
And
comes
do you have?
out.
If you
That'd be
have,
helpful.
we haven't announced it yet, but depending on when this is coming out, we should say also we're doing the Southgate House revival
Mm-hmm.
on
At Covington?
in
Is it
Newport.
Newport.
Right next to
Newport.
Covington.
That's what.
That's
yeah.
March the 22nd.
Oh, that's evidently that's amazing.
I keep thinking.
Love
Oh
it.
yeah.
I love that area.
No Mojo. There's a ton of bands from around here that have played up there. Old Church.
Yes.
Yeah.
We played there for an entire hour one time on accident that we weren't supposed to play. You remember that?
What? Please tell us this
Adam
one.
Hood was playing in the other room, and I guess we were supposed to play late, and we thought we were playing early, so we got there, we sat up, we played.
We played for like a whole hour.
And to nobody. Because like,
And
there's
then
like
finally the owner of the place is like, you guys are on at 10:30.
We were supposed to play after Adam Hood. We thought we were playing before Adam Hood. We were playing after in the other room.
That warm up was amazing, though, wasn't it?
To nobody. We were like, why is nobody here? Whatever, we'll roll with it.
Sound
you know?
check, an hour-long sound check.
I bet y'all were amazing.
But
that
we
night,
did have
though,
like
right?
one fan. Remember, was that lady with the shirt?
Yes.
Like we had one person.
She was, it was worth it for
It was
that
the
one lady.
bartender's
Mom. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
It was her mother.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, she's still a fan. Stuck
No,
around.
she's super
Every song
she stuck
ended.
around.
The 10:30 show was much better.
And then you open your eyes and like, oh, that's fine. We'll play to the nobody.
Yeah, you play to the
Or
room.
to
You play to the
everybody.
room. How if it's
Yeah.
1,000 or one, that lady probably thought y'all nailed it. So
We're all just having fun the whole time anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So how'd the show go that night at 10:30?
It was great.
Really
I
good.
imagine so.
Yeah. All the drugs had kicked in by that point.
Totally kicked in.
Yeah.
I saw Arlo McKinley outside.
Oh, yeah.
He
Oh,
said,
cool.
I'm going to stay for your set. And then he did not stay for our set.
It was too late for him.
I thought you were going to say, but it was the drugs. It was not Arlo McKinley at all.
No, it wasn't. Because we had met him. We did a show with Arlo in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And so we had met him once before. He claimed to remember us, but I'm not for sure that was true.
Okay. So Arlo, if I'm not mistaken, this is like 7 degrees of separation. We were talking about Tommy Prine earlier being at the Monarch.
Mm-hmm.
And Arlo, I do believe, is signed by Tommy Prine's family's record label.
It's like, oh boy, is that who
Yeah,
that is?
I do believe if I'm not mistaken, he was one of the people that they took on because he's just phenomenal singer songwriter. So
Kelsey
man.
Walden too.
I love Kelsey Waldon.
Yeah.
Saw her at Zanzibar. One of my favorite shows I've seen in there. It was killer. Been a fan ever since.
Yeah, she's great.
We know her fiddle player, Blakely Berger.
Oh yeah, Blakely.
Yeah.
Blakely was on here.
Oh really?
Actually, Blakely was on the first episode that we did of One Shot One Mic with who was she on with? Jondra. Dude, it's amazing. I remember that. Even if I said it wrong. Yeah, Blakely was on like the first
That's
episode.
cool.
We recorded a video. That was no lights, no real. Probably better production than it is now. Who knows? All right, so. Where can our people find you, find the record, follow you, see where you're playing? Other than, I know Davey and The Midnights.com, that is one spot I do believe, but where else can they get you?
I think the best thing to do is to our website and then email list is on the website. You can subscribe to the email list on the website. Also, Instagram is updated pretty regularly, and we're on Facebook too, and that'd be the second choice. And that's about it as far as social media goes.
How active are you with the email list? Do you do a lot of connection through that?
Anything big happening, like if we have got a new record or if there's like the Dukes in the Southgate House, we send an announcement out about those shows. And you're going to get an email every quarter or more.
I would say email lists are underrated. If you want to be more directly in contact, make sure you do sign up for an email list. The band that wants you to know the real info will send it out to the people that sign up for that email list.
As more and more people get away from social media as like a daily, because it's not healthy to do it every day.
Not.
It's fucking awful. And but it's a necessary evil for us. And it's a great way to connect with fans traditionally, social media. But now, as more and more people leave that, email list is, I think, the next thing.
Yeah.
To get in contact with if you don't want to pay more. I mean, I'm sure Patreon is a thing, which we don't do, and people get more direct that way. But it also feels kind of icky to me to do that. And not to knock on anybody who does it. It's fine, but it feels a bit icky. The email list to me feels much better. Yeah,
it feels true. If you want to sign up, you're involved because you want to be, and here's the info that you requested. There was I don't know, a 12-hour TikTok banned in the United States of America. I mean, let's be honest, it's a day of change for America. Today's the inauguration. It's MLK Day. There's a lot going on. And there was about a 12-hour ban on TikTok. And to totally be honest with you, I was kind of relieved that it was something that we didn't have to, on this podcast, deal with promoting another social media platform. I was like, oh, sweet, if this goes away, that's less we have to do. It's more focus on the other things. And it came back, no doubt, real quick. But, I agree with you on the fact that it is a part of what we do, but man, if we could get away from it and be a little bit more what you guys are when you all play that music, connected, a little bit more intimate, a little bit more purposeful in saying, I'm signing up for this because these guys, when they play close, I want to know. When they have something going on, I want to know, instead of getting lost in a shuffle of a feed of a million different fucking things that look.
And all musicians like that. They want that. Like go to shows not just to enjoy the music, but enjoy the
connection.
Go out and see some humans, and don't be afraid to go talk to people. Don't go bug artists. Go bug them if they're out there at the merch table, or if they're hanging around the stage after their last note, they probably have a closet or a room or a van they could disappear to, but they won't, or they're not. So
if they don't,
them,
if they don't,
talk to them.
Yeah,
they're there for.
If they're
reason.
slowly winding up cables, they could do it faster or not at all. Go talk to them. They want to be talked to.
You, bud.
Yeah, talk to us.
100%.
Yeah.
Right
Teach
on.
me how to wind up a cable.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I'll learn something.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, you're doing it wrong. Yeah.
At least we're talking.
Yeah. Start the conversation. Nope.
There you go.
All right. Well, Earl, where you at, man? For people to follow you and check you out and come see a show.
Earl Bowman Music on whatever. I'm playing Owl's Bar of Lexington.
Hey,
next month,
right
so.
on.
Hey, we'll be
Owl's
there.
Bar.
Yeah.
What month are we in? No, you're playing February.
I'm playing February. It's a
You playing
Thursday.
January?
It's like the 27th, maybe. I don't
No,
know.
that's a Monday.
I don't know. It's the last Thursday of the month.
No, it is a Thursday. It is a
Oh,
Thursday.
okay, yeah.
27th's a Monday for sure.
The 28th is my birthday.
Oh,
No,
well,
that's February.
February. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought we were talking about January. January 27th is
No,
definitely
February.
a Monday.
For the first time in it'll be 24 years. My birthday has fallen on a weekend.
What day is it?
It's a Friday.
28th.
Yes.
Congratulations on that. 27th. You're playing
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
Thursday.
playing Owl's Bar.
Happy,
Yeah.
happy birthday, buddy.
That's a good spot.
Yeah, it's cool. I've been there a couple times. I've had a fun time. Last time I played, it was just really, my dad was there. Otherwise, it was pretty empty, but
Yeah,
we
but,
had a fun show.
His dad and the bartender's mom.
Yeah.
Single clapping.
That's the story of being a musician anyway.
Yeah, dude. That's every
I love that.
musician
I
has
like
that.
Owls. Yeah, we had fun. Spencer was there last time we played there. It was a fun show.
Right on, right on. Speaking of, Spencer, where can they find you, buddy?
For any of your luthier needs, or just nerd out about guitar equipment or records, it is spencer.corbin anywhere, all social medias. So,
JJ?
I'm on Instagram at jalen.leanne photography.
All right, check us out on Top Hill Recording on Instagram. Definitely on YouTube for sure.
TikTok's back, so get on the TikTok.
Shit. TikTok's back. They got me. All right, find that too. All right, until next time, y'all. Appreciate you. And you guys, thank you all so much.
Bye.
Ah.
Got it.